Hi, it's Joe Dante for Trailers from Hell. If you're a Peter Lorre fan, and who isn't, you may be familiar with the title, The Face Behind the Mask. More people, I think, are familiar with the title than they are with the movie because it hasn't been shown much, really, since it debuted on television in 1958 as part of the Son of Shock package. But it's a 69-minute Columbia B picture from 1941. In which Lorre happens to give one of his greatest performances, in my view. He plays an immigrant who comes to America and is very sympathetic and comical, and he gets scarred in a boarding house fire and can't get work because people can't stand to look at him. And so he fashions a mask for himself and he turns to a life of crime. His acting runs the gamut in this picture, from heartbreaking to downright evil. And he's supported by the always luminous Evelyn Keyes and Don Bideau, who was known basically for playing milquetoast roles, but has probably maybe his best role here as a police inspector. Anyway, it's The Face Behind the Mask.
When you see a man's face on the screen, you'll see something never to be erased from your memory.
So for Lorre, who was known to denigrate his acting as making faces, this was a rare lead role. But even though the part was written with him in mind, he was pretty dismissive of the whole project, ending his Columbia contract before finding lasting character stardom at Warner Brothers. Nonetheless, he turns in a riveting performance despite having been a practicing drug addict for many years. Evelyn Keyes is captivating as the blind girl he falls for in a performance that won her the star-making lead in her next film, Here Comes Mr. Jordan. I worked with her in the 80s on Amazing Stories, and she was still feisty and eternally beautiful. Robert Florey, who was bounced off Frankenstein and spent most of his career in B pictures like this, 12-Day Wonder, later did remarkable work on TV shows like Hitchcock, Thriller, and Twilight Zone. So it's been out of circulation for years, but it's really worth seeking out if you can find it. I think there is a Blu-ray somewhere. It's tragic, it's haunting, and it's memorable. Face Behind the Mask.